right, we got why everyone is leaving CS2. Oh my god, why everybody quitting? I don't know any of these people. Oh god. Why they all leaving? I thought CS2 was like one of the greats.
Top CS2 content creators are quitting the game and have pledged to not come back until Valve fixes their anti-cheat.
Oh, so the top content creators. Some of the top content creators are just outie. They had enough.
We have truly reached a breaking point. So who's leaving? How serious is it? And will it actually force Valve's hand to finally do something?
Because the pro players, they can't leave. Well, I mean, I guess they kind of could, but
right,
like,
to avoid sounding too much like a broken record, CS2 anti-cheat no work, hacker in every lobby.
Oh, dang. Is it that overrun by cheaters? God dang. When will they get a grip on this shit, dude? Like, what the heck is Counter-Strike doing over there? I thought Counter-Strike had like one of the best anti-cheats. Lo and behold, they're having the same issue that every other FPS game is having.
Just play the clip.
So as an example, this was the first game I played in a month. Okay, that was just bad by me.
Now, before the major, I did a video talking about just how many CS2 players have been calling for a boycott of the game until Valve fixes the anti-cheat. Since then, it's been pretty much the same. Players are getting fed up.
Oh, wait. Let me read this. Okay. I'm mad. Mad at the fact that even if I quit Counter-Strike because of cheating, emailed CS2 feedback, email, rant on Reddit, nothing will change. Okay. For whatever reason, the player count keeps increasing. Okay. And skins keep going up. What does that mean? Skins keep going up? Like skin prices are going up, or are skin, like, is skin quality going up? Is like the sheer, is it like a quantity? There's just more skins, like skin quantity going up? I don't know what skins keep going up means. Probably, if I'm gonna guess, skin prices are going up. Wake up, guys. Valve's response to cheating depends on a collective effort. This is true, but you got like Counter-Strike is probably like one of the oldest and still long-standing competitive shooting games. And if Counter-Strike can't even get their shit right, what does that spell for any other competitive FPS that is not as big as Counter-Strike? I mean, I'm 100% in agreement that, you know, the collective effort is the one that matters. And if you want to hit Valve where it hurts, it's going to take a collective effort. And where are you trying to hurt them? You're trying to hurt them in their pocket. Each time you queue up a Premiere game or open a case, you are telling Valve, I don't care that this game is infested with cheaters. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much... Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have said it better. You're lying to yourself if you think Valve hasn't seen all the complaints. They've laughed and billed another blunt with your key money. Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, that's what it seems like on the outside. We just had this thing happen in like Apex or whatever with some cheater guy hacking some people in the big tournament of Apex Legends. Was it a scrim or like an actual? I think it was an actual game. It wasn't a scrim. That just happened in Apex, and for all the world to see. And I haven't really heard anything on how is the situation better, is the situation worse, or anything like that. So seemingly, it's really easy to think that they don't give a shit about what's happening. But I would like to think that the anti-cheat team is trying their best. I would like to think that, but who really knows what's actually going on? Maybe I'm just an addict going through withdrawal. Probably. I mean, this happened with me with Apex, and eventually I'm just got like I got through it. It's like it seems like you're describing like a drug or whatever, but honestly, like there's other shit to do. Like, come on. But it feels like my favorite game has been taken away from me and replaced with Counter Spin 2, an HVH sim. I don't know what HVH sim is or HVH is. I hate to see the game like this, but what I hate even more, that feeling of having zero impact or control over the situation. It sucks. So, I mean, well, you kind of do have some control slash impact. I mean, it is a very seemingly insignificant amount, but I mean, like you said up here, it's going to take a collective effort from everybody to just stop playing the game and stop buying skins. And you know, if there's one thing that Counter-Strike is known for, it's the case openings. You know, I could probably look on Twitch or YouTube or right now and go to the CS section, and there's probably people like just spinning the wheel for skins right now. I can probably do that. That's just like a huge factor in the game. So not only do you have to convince the players to stop playing the game, you have to convince the gamblers to stop gambling in the game. And I haven't really seen any industry do that really successfully outside of a lot of I'll call it like objective data, because I mean there have been like instances in the past where big chunks of the gaming community for certain games, like what was that Star Wars Battlefield thing, like somebody did the math and figured that it would take like umpteen 100 years to like unlock every character in the game, or it would cost like this amount of money to unlock like one hero or all the heroes and shit like that. I mean, that happened, and then what did EA do? Such a massive amount of people saw the video, saw the Reddit post, and so on and so forth. So they had to change it. But that's just a single instance of, you know, the gamers coming together and whatnot to like get something fucking going. But I mean, as far as getting an anti-cheat together, I mean, I haven't really, like, outside of massive ban waves, and massive ban waves that's just like a band-aid solution. Outside of massive ban waves, I haven't really seen any FPS like do a complete 180 on how effective their anti-cheat becomes. I just have never seen it. So, I mean, who knows?
Up while others are huffing copium.
Do you think Valve is cooking? Do you think Valve intentionally lets waves of cheaters in to gather data for data science or AI? Well, no, they're not letting anything happen. People are just doing things, and Valve doesn't catch them. I mean, how could this situation even be profitable for them if they don't have something up their sleeve? Well, they don't need to have anything up their sleeve. They're simply doing nothing. You know what was that? the Gabe Newell meme of simply do nothing and the competition will just eliminate itself. Like, everybody still loves Steam or whatever, and he hasn't really changed how Steam like functions or anything like that. And seemingly, he's doing the same. Well, not him, but like the CS team is seemingly doing the same thing of just doing nothing, at least publicly. Who knows what they're actually doing behind the curtains and whatnot. They're just, yeah.
And instead of a big update, Valve decided.
Oh, Jesus, that's the cheat? This is their walls? The guy is somewhere here, and this is way better than not knowing anything at all. And what the fuck is this line in this thing? This is the walls? Oh my god. I mean, this is like some whatever walls cheats, but it's how this image is projected is the real zinger. This is probably like one of like the final forms of this version of walls in Counter-Strike. It probably does like so many fucking U-turns, lefts, rights, zigzags, up, downs, over unders, under, like through every like electronic pathway that it can get into your computer to not get caught and get popped as an anti-cheat or as a cheat. That's probably what's happening. Like on the surface, this just looks like a whatever, like standard wall cheat. I mean, or at least this version, you can like toggle on off the. I mean, I don't see any like wireframe or whatever.
Give everyone free injected wall hacks.
What?
But over the last few days, there has been a bit of a shift. You see, all this time, content creators have been complaining alongside us, but things have gotten so bad now that creators are actually releasing videos stating that they are quitting the game. Names like Anomaly, War Owl, and more are all
Well, good. They got some fucking balls.
stepping away until the anti-cheat gets better. So what exactly did they say? Well, the first of the bunch to release a large video about this.
And it's really hard for like a content creator or like a pro player, either or, to like step away from their game that makes them money. That's really hard to do. Yeah, I could be kind of sympathetic, but like not really. But like I understand why or how it's hard. It's like if you step away from like the game that made you, then there's going to be some portion of the audience that comes with you, but a majority of the audience is probably not going to come with you unless you've like established yourself as like some sort of variety guy.
This was Anomaly. Anomaly is one of the game's OG content creators. He wears a ski mask, talks about skins, and, well, shitposts. But last week, he dropped a video.
Bro, why the white ski mask? Like, what the heck are we doing?
Titled, I Quit, which came shortly after having this lovely experience in Premiere.
Oh no. Oh well, our teammate is cheating.
There's no way. This game
is
so
cooked.
Bad.
Everyone is dick riding this game. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They're probably like 5k rating. He's looking at him through the wall. He doesn't wanna. This guy's cheating as well. No, what?
Now, in his video, he
Damn, dude.
reiterates just how bad the cheating issue has gotten in CS2, but also points out how it's actually affected the content for the game.
Right now, a lot of the content you see surrounding CS has to do with cheaters. All types of cheater content, from interviewing cheaters to guess the cheater to trying to catch cheaters.
Damn.
To just.
If there's one thing that I have kind of, what do you call it, noticed about FPS games over my time in the internet is once a game's content starts to skew in terms of like just simply what is being like projected out into the world, into the public. When an FPS game's content starts revolving around like cheats and hacks, it's not really good. There's just this air of deception. There's this enigmatic vibe around the game. It's like, is there a cheater in my game? Is there not a cheater around my game? Does this game have any competitive integrity, or is this just a fucking shit show? And it's really annoying. For real. I mean, at least for me, I used to be a huge fan of Call of Duty, and I think the last Call of Duty I played, what was it? It was 2019. I played that one. Played the campaign, played the multiplayer, and then I think I played the one after that. And then after that, I'm just like, I'm done. Because for a long time, I didn't play like the jetpack era of Call of Duty. Once like, around the 2019 one / Warzone, I was like, okay, there's too much fucking cheating content and accusations and whatnot around this fucking IP. This is stupid. I'm just removing myself from the scene. All right. I mean, I love Call of Duty, or at least I did. I mean, I don't really see it getting better anytime soon there. So, I mean, if this starts to become more of a thing, then I don't know, man.
playing with cheaters. Like, it's everywhere on YouTube and Twitch, which isn't fun to see. That's a very bad image for a game.
It's true. Most YouTubers are basically forced to make videos about cheating because actually playing the game is nearly impossible. I can
Damn.
until they fix this never-ending cheating problem. You simply cannot play the game without running into opponents or your own teammates who are blatantly hacking.
Yeah.
The main job
Multiple videos about the CS cheats. Dang, dude. The CS, like, why don't? Well, I can't say like if you're so uptight about the fucking CS cheats, go and play Valve until they fix it and then go back, because like the whole thing with like Counter-Strike community versus like Valorant community is like one doesn't like the other, and they like the CS bros think the Valorant bros are a bunch of like cartoon fucking liking dorks. They just want like shiny sparkles in their games and the abilities and whatnot, and it's like that's not a real game. The real game is Counter-Strike, and it's more manly, and it's just guns, it's just smoke grenades and flashes and Molotovs, and there's no abilities and all this other shit. So I can't even like, I would like to say quit fucking playing CS and go play Valve for a little bit until they fix that shit, but I know they won't. They simply won't.
for a game like CS2 is getting rid of these internal cheats. Back Live, at the very least, could detect blatant cheaters, but since that obviously wasn't the case, it got some wondering if it was even on. Now, just a couple days later, Neok also released his own video saying that he was quitting, while also showing off the catalog of clips he saved from his Palmieri experiences. And just this week, another bomb dropped with the War Owl releasing his own video on the issue, where he gave a detailed account of just how bad things have gotten. So I suggest you give it a watch. But towards the end, he goes in on just how badly Valve all of this up, especially in comparison to a game like Valorant.
In every other game, to play the game the way it was meant to be played, you launch the game and you press the play button, and then you play the game. In Counter-Strike, we need to go through a third-party website, download third-party software, and play on third-party servers with a third-party rating system. This is a dramatic failure on Valve's part to...
I agree wholeheartedly. That shit is a fucking joke. Even if the third-party thing gives you seemingly near 99 to like 100% competitive integrity in terms of like match quality and whatnot, it should not be like that. You should not depend on a third party to have good quality games. No, it should be the fucking developer's job to do that.
Create an ecosystem to play the game. Valve is as bad at making a matchmaking system as Bethesda is at making a game. They rely on the community to come in afterwards and fix it. Counter-Strike...
I didn't even realize, and I'll tell you why that's bad. It's bad because I didn't even realize that you had to download, like he mentioned Premier League or something. I don't know if that's a league or whatever, but in like CSGO or whatever, it was called Face It. And doing Face It matches, I don't know if that literally just rolled over and they like updated the thing to accommodate for CS2, probably. Because when you need to rely on a third-party software, any new player coming in to Counter-Strike is going to get just the base experience from the game if they queue up, do some pubs, and then they feel like good enough to like start doing ranked matches and shit like that. The casual player is going to be met with cheaters. Maybe, yes, you could make the argument like, oh, no way, not in fucking bronze, silver, gold, or however the ranks go in Counter-Strike. The cheaters are more like in the mid to upper level lobbies and shit like that. But like, let's say, what if that like new player starts doing good and starts climbing the ranks, and then eventually they start and come into contact with some cheaters? I mean, should that person have to put up with fucking cheaters in their game? What if they don't even know about Face It or whatever? I think to get into Face It, you have to be like a certain rank or something like that. So it's like you warp the perception that the casual player has of the competitive integrity of the game. And if that new player thinks the competitive integrity of the game is dog shit, they're just simply not going to play. They're not going to buy skins. They're not going to buy loot cases and shit like that. They're just going to up and out, and you lost a fucking customer. So how about that, Valve?
Strike 2 was a
And this is coming from me. I don't even like Counter-Strike or Valorant, but I can understand that this is a really good FPS game that people like, and I can stand behind that.
huge opportunity to solve this problem.
Now, what exactly does quitting CS2 mean in these instances? Because it's not as cut and dry as it might sound at first. You see, these creators aren't exactly quitting CS2. They're simply just refraining from playing Premier or standard matchmaking on Valve servers. For the most part, they are still going to make content, play Faceit, and potentially open cases. Obviously, the knee-jerk reaction is to call all of this just a nothing burger, and I get it. But this game is their livelihood, so quitting it altogether probably wouldn't be a smart idea. Do I wish that every player stepping away from Valve servers also left the skin market? Yes, of course, but I just don't know how realistic of an ask that is, since that's how half the game's creators...
half the game's creators is revolving around opening fucking cases. What a community we live in. Oh my god, this is the funniest fucking shit, dude. When your content revolves around gambling.
Make their money. In the aftermath, these posts obviously blew up and started getting reactions from plenty of content creators who showed their sympathy. In fact, skin content creator Arrow went so far as to show just how bad the cheating problem might be above the 20k elo mark.
But let's look at the leaderboard. I'm pretty sure, this is not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that if you don't see the number, then that means that they're either banned or it's just not confirmed that that's actually their rank. So now we see rank 1 to 9 are not here. And what should be 1,000 people that I could see, it's more like 100. Or it could be private accounts as well. But why would you be private if you're like a legit #1 player in the world?
Okay, now the ultimate question. Will boycotting MM and Premier actually move the needle in any way? Like I said before, if you want to force Valve's hand, you gotta hit them where it hurts. Their wallets. And unfortunately, the size of their wallet is affected far more by the sale of skins than by how active their official lobbies are. At the end of Neok's video, he says he hopes that Valve watches his video. And while I'm sure they're aware of all of these videos, I don't know if it's actually going to do anything. At most, if a lot more...
I mean, I think it'd be silly for you to say that the anti-cheat department doesn't see this and they aren't doing anything. They 100% see this, and they're working. There's no reason for me to believe that they're not doing anything, because if they do communicate that they are doing anything, that's just going to signal to the cheaters to be like, oh shit, they're working on the anti-cheat. That means we got to start working on our cheats again to get around the anti-cheat. And it's just like, it's always going to be this cat and mouse game. It's just up to one side to fucking just nip it in the bud for a little while until the cheats get around, and then the anti-cheat starts getting better, and then the cheats get better, and it's just like a cat and mouse game. I've seen this shit go on for years, and not just in Counter-Strike, in other fucking shooters too. I don't know why they don't try to implement maybe different cheat and anti-cheat engines or anything like that. I don't know if that would help or anything like that, but it seems, at least on the surface, that a good chunk of Counter-Strike players do care about the competitive integrity of the game so much to the point where they are willing to just self-destruct themselves out of the fucking community, and it's just like, I'm out. This is stupid.
More content creators follow the trend of quitting, Valve might release a statement, but even then, I'm not too sure. I'm not even memeing on Valve's lack of communication.
And even if they do release a statement, it'll be some vague ass shit of yes, we hear you. We acknowledge there are some critiques or something. We are looking into this. And it's just going to be that's it. That's all you're ever going to hear. You're not going to hear anything detailed about the state of the anti-cheat engine or whatever the hell they use.
I legitimately don't know if this is in their best interest to comment on it until they have a fix they're ready to ship. Coming out and saying, yes, our game is right now, admits that they are knowingly allowing their player base to spend time and money on what is objectively a negative experience. And imagine what a prospective player might think. I don't know about you, but I don't think I would download a game if the devs released a statement acknowledging just how bad their cheating issue was. Valve won't admit to the scale of the problem unless they can also announce...
because if they admit it, that would just signal a mass exodus, because it's coming from the actual developer. Like, cheating is a problem, guys. Oh my god. It's like doomsaying. The moment you acknowledge that there are shitloads of cheaters in your game, people will 100% just dip out until the problem is fixed. Or not even until the problem's fixed. They might just dip out forever. So there's no possible way that they would ever acknowledge that there are cheaters, there's a cheater problem, the amount of cheaters and whatnot, and it's like, there's no way they would ever admit to that.
They have a solution for it. Even then, they probably also can't comment if they're working towards improving their anti-cheat or not.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't directly admit that there's an issue, but it does potentially create an unrealistic deadline for them. It would also run the risk of just giving players the green light to leave until the update is dropped.
Yeah.
If they confirm it's being worked on, why not just step away until it's done? Now,
Yeah.
if they aren't going to release a comment, is it at least safe to assume it's being worked on? Well, I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I, like many others, pray this is priority number one for Valve, which honestly, at this point, I'm sure it is. And you know what? Let's just provide a little bit of copium. I think there is a possibility that what they're cooking up could change the industry. Hear me out. Valve doesn't really like doing anything small. When it comes to releasing games or hardware, they love to push boundaries. The Steam Deck? It's one of, if not the most impressive handheld experiences out there.
Yeah.
We didn't get a new Half-Life game. Well, they released what is arguably the best VR game to date. Hell, I spoke to a former Valve dev over a year ago who said that bringing CSGO to Source 2 would be impossible. And they did it anyway. Point is, Valve is very capable of doing big things.
Yeah.
Maybe it's copium, but what if they're working towards an anti-cheat system that is the be-all and all? A system so powerful, we never have to worry about competitive integrity again. But maybe,
They could.
like the War Owl said, whatever they are working on should have been in the game already at launch.
Yeah, but no shooting game has ever done it like that. No shooting game has ever came out with like a banging ass like anti-cheat system that works before the game itself. That's never happened.
There's some conspiracies about the player count, because the player count is like continuing to like reach all-time highs at like 1.5 million. I think Arrow said that he's like at least 400,000 people are cheating. How can an issue be this pronounced that
Dang.
the game is seeing numbers better than Valorant? The other thing people are pointing out is that it's just all bots.
Dang.
Tracking aim is
Dang, dude. Spitting out numbers and shit.
Sounding too
Dang, dude. That's crazy. But, yeah. I mean, I hope the best for Counter-Strike, even though I don't play it and whatnot. It is fun to watch the tournaments and shit. But who knows what's going to happen for the future and whatnot. So, fingers crossed for the CS boys. Hopefully they get, you know, a really good anti-cheat system and can at least, like, sprinkle that into maybe some other shooting games, perhaps. But overall, good video. I'm doing my part. I'm not playing Counter-Strike. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some more. Until the next one, I'll catch you guys on later.